Just another quick hitter, y'all. Y'all know how we do it. Brother Andre Israel stated that I should do these quick hitters. Y'all, they get right to the point. We ain't gonna go into detail, but they quick hitters. It's called Saved by Grace. Is that possible? Subject matter, grace. Hebrew definition for it, H2 604, Kanan. That means grace. It's favor and mercy, which you cannot work for it. It's a gift. Commandments of men. This is what they're going to hit you with. Romans 6:14. They're going to try to back it up with Ephesians 2:8, 9. Then they're going to polish you off with Galatians 5:4 through 6. And their kicker is Romans 7 and 6. We're no longer under the law. They're going to bombard you with these. They ain't going to stand on them. But you got to get them back to the rules of the Bible, which is first, what is the law of grace and who is it? John chapter 1 verse 14 through 18 tells you Moses came with the law of the flesh. Christ came with the law of everlasting life. Right. And grace and mercy. Two different things. One will put you to death quickly. One gives you a chance to get it right. That's what Christ came with. And Hebrews 7, it tells you about the change in priesthood, which they ain't understanding with Hebrews 7:6. The priesthood switched to Melchizedek, the whole 7th chapter. Psalm 110 prophesied the Messiah coming. All of the 110th chapter, all of it breaks down that Messiah was going to change the priesthood and bring in grace and mercy. Then you back that up with how he say you receive grace and mercy. John chapter 2, 1 through 5. 1 John chapter 2, 1 through 5. John 15, 7 through 11. These two tells you how grace will be administered to you if you worthy to receive it. Genesis 6, 7, 8, 9. Noah found grace. So grace was before the flood. Noah found grace. Grace been around. Genesis 26, 1 through 5 show Abraham found grace before Mount Sinai. Most High showed him favor. Then you get into Romans 6th chapter, read 1 through the 14th verse, not just stop at the 14th verse like they want you to do, pick it up. Read 1 through 14, you get a different understanding of grace. Because grace say, should we void the law since grace has come in?
God forbid.
6:15 say, God forbid. Right here, so we got the Genesis 2:6. And then James right here breaks down what faith and works is. Faith without works is dead.
Right.
Because they saying you can't get in by works of the law. But right here say faith without works is dead. So what works or without faith is dead. So that's including works, and they say it ain't no works. But right here, Hebrews 11, 6 and 8, and it names these two men, Noah and Abraham, who received grace by faith and works.
Right.
Because Noah was found a righteous man. Right, Elisha? And then righteousness stated 5 times in this same Romans 6 chapter, and they don't see it. You cannot have righteousness without a law. You have to keep something or it can't be called righteous. Then we get down here, y'all, to Ephesians 2, 8 through 22. We just ain't going to stop at 8, 9. We're going to read it all the way out, and it's going to express who the Messiah is, along with John 3:16, because the Messiah is the gift, lest any man should boast, because a brother can keep the law and not believe in the Messiah. He still can't get grace because he don't believe in who grace is. It's the Messiah. Ephesians 2, 8 through 22, John 3:16. For he loved the world that he gave the world the gift. But you can't just have grace and keep sinning. It says God forbid. Then we get down here, y'all, to the Galatians 5, all when you read it. And then the kicker we started, they stop at 7 and 6. We pick it up at 7 and 7, where it say, then is the law void or against God? It says, God forbid. We establish the law. We make it the foundation. So then we get right here to Romans 8, all breaks down the whole conclusion of the matter. It's the law of the flesh that's been gone away with. That was Aaron. It governed the flesh when the flesh got out of control. The Messiah under Melchizedek is the law of the spirit, where you get sin, you stop sin up here. You don't let it get to your hand. Right. This is what it is. He said, if you do that, I give you grace to get it right. But this had to go because you can't control this. You kept going back. And they had to keep making laws for you because you have to keep going back because you can't control your flesh because you have no control of spirit. The final conclusion of the matter, Romans 7:7. If we read that right now, you got a script right there. Give me Romans 7:7. You got it under your arm. You got that script right there under your arm. Yes, sir. Give me that Romans 7:7. Somebody grab that really quickly. Read that Romans 7:7, y'all. This is the conclusion of the matter.
That'll be quick. That'll be quick.
Yeah, that'll be quicker than that. Yeah. Just messing with you, bro. You good. Yeah. It's a little warm down here, boy.
What shall we say then?
What it say?
What shall we say then?
Uh-huh.
Is the law sin?
Is the law what?
Sin?
Uh-huh.
God forbid.
Right.
Nay, I had not known sin, but by the law.
Right.
For I had not known lust.
Right.
Except the law had said.
Right.
Thou shalt not covet.
Right. So that's what we're talking about, y'all. The law is holy. You don't know what sin is if it ain't the law ain't there.
Right.
The law governs everything. Every gift has a law. Grace is governed by the law. You can't receive it unless you keep the law of grace. And that means you have to have faith with works. And the works are keeping the commandments, as it says right here in the Johns, right here, and you find good grace. And you see Noah and both Abraham had grace, and Hebrews 11:6-8 talk about this same exact situation, y'all. Just wanted to get that quick hitter. Say what you said, Elisha.
Hebrews 11 breaks down all the prophets and the patriarchs who were saved by grace through faith.
Yes, sir.
Before Christ even came.
Yes, sir. There it is, boy. It's good.